Jerky boys do.
All right, found it. 555-3816.
Before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates.
Hey folks, welcome back to where we dissect and discuss all things TV and film. Today, we're kicking off our review series with the heartwarming comedy that took us by storm. Ted's second episode establishes one thing, at least for now. The program moves at the speed of a sitcom and doesn't really follow a linear storyline. But these characters are so entertaining to watch. The Peacock original series' second episode centers on Clive, a school bully. The episode begins as a practical joke and naturally ends up going too far. Clive frequently pushes Johnny and Ted around at school. One night, after using an enormous amount of marijuana, they decide they ought to push back. They pose as Clive's parents in a practical joke. They had no idea that Clive's father had no relationship with him and had abandoned him when he was a little child. Even worse, Clive longs for a romantic relationship with him. The episode's B-plot revolves around Maddie's refusal to have his colonoscopy. Blair must be persuaded to accompany him by him. Indeed, he offers to give her $300 if he so chooses. He fears that the procedure will cause him to experience flashbacks to his time in Vietnam. This peculiar plot point has a hilarious conclusion that only Seth MacFarlane could pull off. An odd relationship starts to emerge as Ted and Johnny carry on with their joke of being Clive's father. They begin to worry
Like a rope connected us so that only we saw the rope.
All three of us.
Right?
about Clive's welfare. They motivate him to perform well on the upcoming class test. Clive typically does not pass any of the required tests, and he is not always an honor student. But as a result of Ted and Johnny's behind-the-scenes prank, Clive ends up receiving a C+ on an exam. That is 100 out of 100 to him. Despite covering his eyes, the two begin to behave as though they are his parents. Clive throws a birthday celebration for the person he believes to be his dad. To deliver it to him, they attempt to steal a Sega. After being busted by a security guard, Ted, Johnny, and the guard have an odd encounter in which the security officer talks nostalgically about his earlier days as an actor instead of arresting them. It is at this point that Ted and Johnny decide to have the guard portray Clive's father, whom he has never met. After Maddie's colonoscopy, he is found to be cancer-free, but the irony of the whole situation is that he wanted Blair in the room with him during the procedure as well as to accompany him. In order to accomplish that, he makes her enter the gurney covertly on the bottom, where she is invisible. She listens to the physician's opinions about Maddie's colon while she sits through the entire procedure down there. This is the epitome of potty comedy. After blowing his cover at the birthday celebration and returning to his former acting routine, the actor whom Ted and Johnny hire turns out not to be Clive's father. Fortunately, in episode 2, Ted and Johnny escape without incident. Thank you for watching and see you in the next videos.